Look closely. There seems to be something strange in the sand. The man kept stabbing the sand with a knife. Then he used his feet to seal the hole. When he inserted into the next hole, the sand actually kept leaking down. However, the man did not escape. Instead, he excitedly called his teammates over. Everyone stood by the sand pit, happily jumping and dancing, because where there is an hourglass, there is likely a water source below. Sure enough, after the group moved the wooden board, a bottomless dry well came into view. However, everyone could not be happy, because there seemed to be nothing at the bottom of the dry well. The team leader threw a stone into the well. The sound of the stone hitting the ground made everyone fall into despair. However, the team leader did not give up. He arranged for the man to go down to the bottom of the well to check. Although the man had no hope, he could not disobey the team leader's order. He had no choice but to reluctantly climb to the bottom along the edge. There was nothing but sand below. There could not be any trace of water. The man was desperate. However, just as he was about to climb up, he found that the walls were very damp. He felt along the walls, finally found a water source that was about to run out. Although the amount of water was small, it was enough for them to take a sip. The man excitedly asked people to throw down a container. Then he poured the water in his hand into the iron box. The water stains on the man's hands were also licked clean by him. It only took a year. The man had filled 2 full cups of water. Teammates gently pulled the water up. Although this water was not much, but in this desert that could make people die of thirst, finding these 2 cups of water was already very lucky. The teammates who drank the water smiled happily. This was even more joyful than picking up gold. Although the problem of thirst was temporarily solved, but now there was an even bigger problem. Their only means of transportation was buried by the yellow sand. The engine had also broken down. If they wanted to leave the desert, they had to fix it. Just as they were trying to repair, an enemy plane flew over to attack them. Everyone immediately entered a defensive state. However, the enemy plane kept circling over their heads and refused to leave. The original film is very exciting, recommended to watch.